Okay.
Uh,
And then I gotta
How
change
did white come
this.
from?
Let's change this.
That is actually a little. Oh, that's annoying.
I'm gonna turn off my desktop. Let's add the camera. There we go. Looks like that's gonna be back to being a thing. And let's move it down. And let's put, whoa. I think I'm gonna, I forgot, this is why I didn't like this window. Because I could never seem to find a good spot for it. Or I could like read shit. Okay. Okay, so let's fire this bad boy up. Schnickel over here. Alright. Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Play Paint Alive. We are doing things. And that's all that's all the information I have for you at this time.
That's all you need to know. We're doing things.
That's all you need to know. Okay, look at that. Stream health. It's good. Hotness. Jose is saying shit. Let's go here. Look at that. Live now. Ah, yes. Okay. Alright. Damn it. Alright. Do this. I need this thing to... I'm going to do some... See, I don't even think I need chats here because I already have like a whole screen to view this. So why do we need a black rectangle there? There we go. Look at that. We're back. We are back. What's up, everybody? Apparently, YouTube telling me
It's ridiculous.
where my corner is, to just stay in my lane. Try not to be such a fancy. There we go. Live now. Yeah. We could do so for like individual guests we could do like a Discord call, but it just cannot have their video on it. Or I just turn off my camera. That's not a bad thought.
Well,
I could turn off my camera. What the shit? I could turn off my camera and just have the guest camera on. Could do that. That could be a thing.
hello.
What up, man?
Not much. How are you?
Doing this damn YouTube things. That's bothering me. Damn you, YouTube. Alright. And I'm painting this golem. You know why I'm painting this golem? I have no idea. No good reason to be painting this golem. It's on my desk, that's why. It's on my desk. I'm in between commissions. I should be painting... what's her name? What's her name? Amelia Bathory? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's a plausible reason for
Should be
painting
painting
it.
Amelia Bathory. But I am not painting Amelia Bathory. I am not.
Why wouldn't you want to paint Big Titty Goth Girlfriend?
I don't know. It's one of my favorite waifu dreams of all time. The Big Titty Goth Girlfriend. Gosh.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just over here working on my Masons team paint up.
Yes.
Which I have to say, I think I'm actually liking the newer models
Cool.
that are going to be coming out.
Cool. Man.
The only reason why I'm saying this is because is it Harmony?
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't give her enough like lips and stuff else into the model. Unless I just got a bad model, and that's...
Well, that Harmony was never a great model.
That Harmony? No, it's Harmony.
Just regular ass Harmony?
Yeah.
That's a terrible model. Yeah.
Where she has like the splayed legs and a sword.
Yeah. That's a terrible model. That's not your big titty goth girlfriend. Man. It's true. When you got a good one, you got a good one.
Yeah.
Mine was crazy. But it was good. For as short-lived as that was good. I ain't gonna lie.
Ugh.
Alright. So painting this whale golem. And will at some point paint the big titty goth girlfriend.
But not tonight, for
But
some
not
reason.
tonight. No. Well, because tonight I just needed something like kind of mindless to paint. Whereas that would actually take a little bit of concentration. Whereas this
I
is
get that.
like, well, I airbrushed most of it. So here you go.
Ugh. Lord.
And you can just do shit like this. This is like super cheating. Super cheating.
Super cheating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Painting Harmony's boots, I decided to go for like a leather white look.
Okay.
Even though that I know that didn't exist back in the day, but you know what? I don't care.
Well, my Masons have straight up, like, white marble armor.
Yeah, I kind of tried to go down that route, but it's... For me, it's more like that, lapis lazuli.
Mm-hmm. The lapis lazuli.
Yes.
Cool.
And now I'm working on... Is this Flint?
Okay. So, if you're just tuning in, I'm going to tell you right now, those of you who watch this regularly already know this lesson, alright? But, here's the lesson. Nuln oil is for bitches, okay? Say it with me. Nuln oil is for bitches. Because if you're trying to do shit like this, the Nuln oil is going to get dull, it's going to look flat, you're going to be sad, you're going to rethink your life. It's really depressing. What you really want, man, what you really, really want is armor wash. You want P3, baby. Armor wash is what Nuln oil wishes it was when it grew up. Right?
Oh boy.
So, I know, these are strong words. The GW fans like, oh God, I love Nuln oil, fuck. No.
She
Fuck
just
your
gave
Nuln oil.
like 5 people an aneurysm.
I know people are going to be mad at me. But no, this is the real deal. Go out and get this shit right here. Okay? Get this. Then get this.
Get this crack, man.
It's real simple, people. Go out and get that and get this, right? And then mix that shit 1-to-1 or to taste, however you feel. And then you got yourself a dope-ass liner that's going to keep gloss. It's going to keep detail. It's not going to flatten shit out. Your colors are still going to be vibrant. And you're going to be up with the big boys, okay? You're going to be up with the big boys. You're going to be peeing like a gentleman. Alright? So cut this Nuln oil shit out.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
just saying. You can choose not to listen to me. You can. It's a choice you can make. But I'm telling you right now.
Bad inside.
Some strong words. I know.
That pitch.
I'm just trying to get.
Strong.
Just trying to get a little Spurg reaction. Somebody's gonna come by and thumbs down this video. I know it. We all know it. Somebody's gonna come by, fucking in, and just thumbs down this video.
I don't even think that they're gonna have a chance to know thumbs down it. They're just gonna have an aneurysm or something just based off of it. It's like, what did he say?
I mean, I was
Can't
gonna
handle it.
Yeah. I was like I was in somebody's painting chat, and they were like swearing up and down with Null Oil, and I was like, nah man, Null Oil is for bitches, and everybody freaked out. Like,
There.
if you are not using P3,
Lord Savior GW.
yeah, like if you ain't using P3 inks, you have lost. You have lost. Look at that. There is no net like dull. There's no net dullness change or anything on this, and it's still drying.
Boy.
And you can just put it where you want. It's armor wash, so it's gonna leave a little bit of a sheen, but that's a good thing when you've just done a bunch of airbrushing. Like this is good shit, people. You need to pay attention. So the only downside is now I gotta wait for it to dry. But I don't give a shit, because I'm gonna be here talking that mess while we
shiny.
While we figure it out. But yeah, this is dope, man. This is where you need to be. You need to do this.
Strong.
He's so strong, this one. See, I'm gonna
the
fill.
Brass copper is so strong.
I'm gonna fill this
brass
in
food.
A little bit more, like this, the base and stuff, to give it a little bit of a darker tone, like more of a steel tone. But as a liner, like you can't beat Armor Wash. Armor Wash is hot fire. Think about it. Who the 5 greatest rappers of all time? Dylon, and Dylon. Because I spit hot fire. Oh, gosh. Yep. And the comment section is quiet as crickets. No one gives a shit about my rant.
Hey.
I haven't made anybody mad. They're like, we agree. Yeah. Fine. Null oils for bitches. Fine. Have it your way. Oh no.
I mean, it's not like any GW spurs would know what wash is better than the other one, because they don't paint their stuff.
This is true. You have very solid reasoning. So yeah, I'm gonna work on him at some point. On her at some point. It's a little bit of hover hand going on there, but look, this guy's more sly than we thought, right? Because he's using his forearm to get a little bit of that. He's getting a little bit of that ham there with his forearm, like a pro, right? There's no. It's like what? I just he was trying to reach higher for like a regular. Wasted embrace, and then she's patting his head down, keeping him down, right? Not his fault. Look at his face. He don't mean it. He does not mean that shit.
He does not.
He does not. Oh boy. So yeah. So did you get Sean? Did you end up going to CQ today?
Oh, I actually did not.
It was glorious. Let me tell you. That shit was like the best day of CQ, like the whole history of that store. Because it was dead silent. I walked in and it was dead silent.
So that's a good thing?
Yeah. Because you have no 40k Spurg.
Spurging in the corner. Making the corner all sticky and gross.
It was like a cool. Nelson messaged me yesterday and he was like, holy shit, man. This Spurg is out of control. Because it was out of control.
Well, sometimes that is a thing.
Yeah, there's like a total, I would say there's a total of about 6 dudes that really are Spurgtastic back there. And they should rethink their lives. But those 6 dudes are so loud.
And unfortunately, they all play the most like space-occupying game imaginable.
Yeah.
So between those six players, they take up like 12 tables.
Well, I think it's like 5 K players and like
Some random fuckhead.
probably and one RPG guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like 5 of them are 40K players, and then like one is like an RPG guy that just doesn't shut up. And apparently they were playing like music and stuff yesterday too. Like
For your RPG.
yeah, for the
If you're
RPGs.
gonna do that, just do it at your home.
Save it for home.
Save some of the spurg for home.
You could put it everywhere.
Oh my!
On a chair. You could put it over here. You could put it over there.
You can use it to stick
Here.
posters up to your wall.
If it's too
my.
gross, then it may slightly just fall.
Alright. So I'm just bored. We're just gonna paint her eyeballs in. Because I actually do want to like paint her as a separate stream.
Thing that, Octave isn't looking for monetization.
What's that?
It's just YouTube is nowadays.
Oh. Well, the channel is monetized. I went back and forth on that. Like there was a period where it's like, no, I'm never gonna monetize, and then it was like, well, if you don't monetize, your shit never shows up in searches. So I was like, oh, that sucks. Okay, I'll monetize.
Then you have like a laundry list of rules to follow.
Yeah, it's not that bad. They
True.
just demonetize, like if you go out of hand in a specific video, they'll just like demonetize that video. It's not that bad.
Oh, you don't say the F-bomb all the time.
No, I
Don't
don't.
say F-bomb, don't
But
mention anything.
It's
even
not
remotely
really that.
political.
It's saying other. It's more. You can get demonetized more for like political stuff than
That's true.
F-bombs. F-bombs are
Don't get
not
political.
bad. But yeah, I think it's fair to Yvonne because she's getting all my views right now. So she should be getting the ad revenue. Just to be fair.
Well, I mean, like the stuff that you did was a good overview for people coming into gaming.
Yeah.
Side note though, why is that all of your like most popular videos are videos that you're not actually in?
Yeah.
That's true.
The pattern. No one actually wants to watch me.
The two of Lizzie have like millions of views.
Yeah.
Now Yvonne is getting views.
Yeah. That's the take-home lesson. Nobody wants to watch me. They just want to watch the whammons that I hang out with.
Yeah, nobody wants to see another gamer do. They want to see a maybe gamer like whammon.
And I'm the same way. I'm like, there's a bunch of like gaming YouTube channels that I follow, and they're cool, and I like their content, and it's like a gaming dude or whatever. But if there's someone more attractive to look at, or someone with a more pleasant voice, or anything like that, and it's on their channel, I would rather watch that. Like,
Yeah,
True.
that's just being a person, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I think yeah, holy crap, I'm having a stroke. I like it when
Get
Yvonne
there.
kept calling
Wait, he did have a stroke. What happened?
have a stroke. It's
It's
like
kinda
those
true.
fuck.
I missed everything you said, but
Oh,
I think I knew where you were going.
the jackalope there.
Oh yeah.
Because jackalope is the goodest boy.
Jackalope just seems terrifying.
Yeah, that thing really does rack hard.
Alpha has
But it's interesting because it's like, you know, if I shoot video with anybody else, I know I can just like speed it up. No offense, Sean. I know you're lovely and everything, but
I am not the most entertaining man for the internet.
But you know, those games don't have the kind of banter that the Yvonne games have, and the reason why people are watching those games is because they want it. They like the banter.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't speed up her stuff. I just chop it up a little bit to like, so that you don't have to watch like too much. But like the video that I actually did chop it up and speed up for her has far fewer views than the one that is just not edited, and it's just like, well, here's her.
Yeah.
So lesson learned. But she was like, I really like the one you did where you did the voiceover over me, and I'm like, no one likes that video.
It's the weirdest truth.
I'm like, yeah, no one wants to watch that video.
No one wants to watch me.
Yeah.
Out.
No.
People know I'm just gonna be like painting shit on stream, and they can catch up with me then. Or if it's Guild Ball, you know, then they listen to commentary on Guild Ball. But otherwise, they don't listen to me. Man, kind of want to paint more now, but I shouldn't. Should not. She has such a cool expression on her face.
Yeah.
She's really awesome.
They did a really good job in capturing the card art for her.
Yeah. She is really cool looking. Let's just darken that up right there. That's it. Alright, let's go back to this thing that no one gives a shit about. Now, this thing. Right? This is the channel, right? This is when the ladies are on my channel. People want to watch that, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna stop painting it. And bring this back on. And people are like, we don't give a shit about your metal, Golem. You idiot. Okay.
Y'all know what they want.
You know what I want? Sir Smoke a lot. You bitch, you know what I want.
Don't be messing with my heart. You know what I want?
I want to talk to Samson.
I'm messing with her. I couldn't if I tried. No, it's not breaking my heart. Whoops.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't, for a 3-day weekend, didn't seem like there was much happening in terms of the games.
For me, I would have, but you know, since my parents came in town, I was like, nah.
Yeah, don't even sweat it, man.
I haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, all good. Don't even sweat it.
Some more respectable thing to do.
There, now we're going to do Basilicanum Gray and actually give this steel a little steel. The riddle steel. Did you go on your Strategicon, Mark?
I did not.
You did not?
Was this week as well?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, I ended up staying home and painting that entire Yuko crew over the course of 2 days.
That's
Not
pretty
that I was
dope.
excited about it or anything.
That's pretty dope.
Going. What was
I
it?
originally wanted to like stagger it out to be like, alright, I get it. You know, I get it done just in time if I could come down like Thursday or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't happen. Once I got into like painting that crew, I had a real hard time like stopping myself.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because that's such a nice crew.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Hard
just
putting
like
this
go
geisha
bug
together,
wild
no.
on.
Each one of those little geisha is in like 7 different pieces.
Yes.
Fuck me. Its robe is 3 pieces. Their legs are 2 different pieces, and if you put the robe together before you attach the legs, you're fucked.
Does sound about right.
Alright. Let's do some ethermatic blue on this rail golem's faces and his belly.
So I started working on the little buggers. Boys.
The boogs.
Skeeters?
The gremlins.
That's just not bright enough. Damn that.
Gremlins?
Right.
I feel like I want to like this 2.0 Gremlin stuff, but it just doesn't have the same like draw for me that the 1.5 Gremlin stuff did.
Well, that makes sense.
Like
And
they're not
like,
bad. I mean, the Luchador is kind of
Punk's group makes me laugh.
Yeah.
'Cause at least, you know, they have like little spell effects that they're jumping off of, and
yeah. I mean, the My Little Pony crew was stupid, but I think that crew kind of missed its window to come out and be funny.
Which crew?
The My Little Pony Gremlin Nightmare crew.
Oh, yeah.
for the most part, whenever they do stuff, do things that are still relatively relevant. Oh,
Yeah, I see what they're trying to do. But My Little Pony joke, like everybody has been making Malifaux My Little Pony jokes since like 1.5.
Yeah.
And
Mainly because of
It's over.
Avatar Marcus.
yeah,
Avatar Marcus was the original brony.
Amateur Mercus, Leviticus,
Yeah?
Amateurs Leviticus.
Yeah. I mean, how come I don't have like max references from my gremlins here?
Why do I have to call Oiran Kunoichi now?
You're still mad about that.
I am, because that's such a vague terminology for them that it might as well just be pointless. But they're like, if you just call the Torakage ninja, it's like, yeah, congrats, you're technically not wrong, but still.
It's like calling the punk zombies rabble riders.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Like, I defy anybody to explain to me what that turn of phrase even means.
Somebody really liked that. I forget who it was. I was like, oh, I really like that they called them rabble risers now. And I was like,
Well, they're wrong.
what?
Dumb.
Why? Why would you like that?
You want to be alternative.
What's wrong with you?
Anarchy is good for everybody.
Stop that. Get help.
Stop. Get help.
Oh yeah, I actually tried out Gaslands, and it's pretty fun for what it is.
Yeah. Gaslands
gonna-
is like, it's just like the same people that like those kind of agnostic games where they can just build whatever. Like, it's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, also, it's those people that really, really like the Osprey games. So they'll play
Yeah.
Frostgrave, they'll play Lion Rampant, they'll play all that stuff. But
It's weird. It's weird because I think this is the one Osprey game that I actually like.
yeah.
Others
Not
I
meow.
didn't really fall in line with.
Okay, that makes sense. What's up, Richter? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like once you played a wizard like once in Frostgrave, that was kind of it. Didn't really need to play any more games because nothing
Else was different.
too drastic was going to change. Yeah.
Gosh. So yeah, there's just, I don't know. This is just the guy. This is just his thing. This is what he does.
The big guy.
That's
And big metal.
Remember when he was the biggest model in all Malifaux?
Yeah. I remember doing alpha testing on this guy, and I killed like 3. I killed a henchman, an enforcer, and a minion in a single activation with it.
Jesus.
And Dan Weber was like, I think it's a little strong.
It's like this right here. Woo, too strong.
I remember beta testing the Vix and realizing right then and there that they're going to be horrible.
Oh, and 2E?
Yeah. And then 2E came out and look at that, they were terrible. How do you ruin the Vix playstyle? You make them play a part! The part that annoyed the shit out of me the most. It's like, yeah, so, you could play them together if you buy all these upgrades, but, they're supposed to be played separately.
What?
It's like, what the hell's the point then? And then with Masaki, she had an ability that gave her pluses if she was to a target that she was stalking, but you had to buy the action to stalk a target as an upgrade.
Yeah. That's like everybody in 2E. That was their playstyle.
Yeah. They had like a significant bonus to a certain ability, but you had to buy that ability extra.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell is the point? Even then, there are only like 5 or maybe 6 upgrades that are worth taking.
Mm-hmm.
Then the rest was just so much useless spam. Like if you're a Neverborn and you didn't take, it was like on Dark Wings or whatever they gave your Master Flight. But it's okay. 2E is dead.
Those days are over.
Now you must look into the future and stare at the new Destin 3E.
We gotta look at this 3E.
It's warm on this side of the fence. Today.
Which seems to be pretty dope. So
Warm today.
I still feel like the game it still eats up more time than I feel like it should.
Yeah,
It's my main gripe with this game. It should be faster. You should be able to get into your game faster. You should be able to end your game faster.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
I think I may have been a little bit spoiled by Guild Ball in that regard. Because Guild Ball's like 90 minutes. We're gonna be done.
Yeah.
Commission piece or personal? This is, I guess, personal. I guess. I bought it because I ordered a Mei Feng during Gen Con. Why did I order a Mei Feng during Gen Con? I don't know. I still I don't know why I did that. I was like, I was trying to hit $100. So, I missed the rant on the Swiss Army lightsaber. I have not heard of the Swiss Army lightsaber. What the hell is the Swiss Army lightsaber? Sounds horrible, whatever it is.
Is it something the Star Wars spurgs are spurging their pants about?
I have not heard of the Swiss Army lightsaber, and a lot of people I follow online are hardcore Star Wars fans. Sean, what's the Swiss Army lightsaber?
Basically, Rey is going to be turning to the dark side, apparently, because here's my theory. I think implant of the Emperor Palpatine.
Okay.
He didn't fully die, I don't think.
Yeah, nobody fully died.
Memories and thoughts got implanted into Rey because Rey might possibly have parents, but I don't know. And there's a possibility that technically Palpatine is her actual dad.
My theory is,
yeah,
the people writing the Star Wars movies are horrible, horrible writers. And they probably should have had this franchise taken away from them a long time ago.
Not wrong. I think the only movie that I'm okay in watching as of right now is when they do The Mandalorians. Only movie that right now I'm just saying, okay, because it's just bounty hunters.
I said it before, but I watched Force Awakens. I remember leaving the theater thinking I liked it, and then I thought about it. And I realized it was an awful, awful movie. And then I watched Rogue One, which, you know, wasn't terrible, but
it wasn't terrible.
Kind of boring.
I watched The Force Awakens something like 12 weeks after it came out. I forget. It was quite a while. I was like, people were like, hey man, don't you want to watch the new Star Wars? I'm like, no, I'll wait for your hype to die down. I'll just look at it later.
Yeah.
And then
I'd say Rogue One's biggest problem was that it had a predetermined endpoint.
True.
So you kind of, you know, like, if you pay attention to Star Wars lore, you know nobody in Rogue One survives. And you know that they get the plans to the rebels, so there's nothing to be invested in.
Problem was, what in the hell was that little creature they had mind-wiping people? Plot point whatsoever. It's like, yeah, we have this thing. How'd you get it? Oh, don't worry about that. We're gonna mind wipe you right now.
We're gonna forget.
Here's a bigger
you
question.
got this thing.
Here's a big question. What was the point of Snoke?
Yeah, everybody's still kind of wondering that.
What was the point
There was no point of him. He was just a figurehead running things.
Like, he did, like...
The fact that he got basically tricked in the aspect of, I'm going to sit here and talk audibly about destruction of the world and joining the dark side. Meanwhile, Kylo Ren is like, let me just turn this lightsaber on over here because I can.
See,
whoopsie.
It's not so much like Kylo killing Snoke that doesn't make sense. It's that Snoke is built with this big, scary. Nobody knows his origins and shit. It's like, he just dies.
You just wish that
that's it. Like, he pretends to have some plot relevance and then he dies.
I just actually wish that they said that Snoke technically once was a person, and then you find out that it actually was Jar Jar Binks.
Logic in Disney Star Wars, it's a myth. Yep. Can't disagree with that.
Why is Rey evil now? Because we need to make this character interesting somehow. God knows all those 2 movies of her just being excellent at everything and never needing to struggle have been boring.
I love my wife. My wife just interrupted me from I just wish that was Jar Jar Binks, and I hear from the corner, that's stupid. I'm like, thank you.
It's not stupider than current Star Wars writing, though, so.
That's an interesting argument. All I can really say is have the YouTuber fan theory crafters could write better movies than the current team. Agreed.
Yeah, but that's because the YouTuber fan theory crafters, they paid attention to the expanded universe.
That's true.
And at least most of them that that spurred their pants, that I've noticed. They read the books. They paid attention to the extra stuff. Disney, the second that Disney got the license, all that expanded stuff, fuck it. None of it matters anymore. If you spend your time reading all these books, you're stupid.
Haha, get a life, noob. Ha. Stop being such a man baby.
Yeah, this is our Star Wars now.
Man baby.
Stop being such a man baby. Ray works hard. Ray works hard. She
Ray was a man baby.
So of course she could pilot a starship.
Yeah.
But ignoring the fact that that'd be equivalent to being able to drive a car versus flying a plane.
Damn man babies.
God. It's not like... You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I'll take the Lucas prequels over Star Wars.
I would.
Disney's trilogy.
I would. And I hate the prequels. I hate
the prequels over the after.
They're not good movies, but at least they're watchable.
I do actually like episode 2 because it's so bad that it's good. Like, it's so cringe, I have to watch it.
Plus
it has burn.
Plus, you could kind of turn your brain off and just enjoy a sci-fi action movie with the prequels. You really can't with the new movies. Mm-hmm. Every time you think you're at that point of zen, where you could I could just sit here and watch this. Right, does something inexplicably stupid, like flipping over a TIE fighter.
Let's see. Are you not familiar with the recent news that Lucas retained rights to OT merchandising? Because of that, Disney told their directors to expedite replacing those characters and to pump up. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, of course they want to. They need to, kind of build their own franchise characters and try to force them on the audience to, oh, you love this character. Remember, it's Ray, you love this character. Like, trying to get you to love somebody and not being able to write a good character.
Here's the real mic drop. The original trilogy is supposed to have a much, much darker ending, but Lucas cut all that out to give it a happier ending because he saw the profitability of making toys.
Yep. Yeah.
Sometimes you have to hit those other markets in order to make your live.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's I see that as a point, but I don't know. I feel like you just lose all respectability once you do that.
It's one of those things where you notice that, like in horror films, the test of time have like a big cult following because ending type ordeal. End up watching like Jason or Freddy and it's like, oh, one person happens to survive. Oh wait, never mind, it's a dream sequence. Or oh, never mind, they get pulled underneath the water and then they have to go like psychiatric therapy in order to erase stuff that happened to them.
Yep.
Meanwhile, like the stuff where they know that they're gonna sell merch, it has a happy ending or something close to it.
It's kind of surprising that because horror movie merch it's not as mainstream as Star Wars merch, but that stuff still sells.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, people line up and down the block just to get
a person.
Yeah, just to get a Jason figure or something.
Yeah, it's true.
The fact that there's actually conventions for just horror stuff alone, I was like, okay. Know that there was a sale for this type of stuff.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like, who doesn't want their very own Annabelle doll?
Everybody. Anybody who knows the origins of that fucking Annabelle doll.
Me, I'm like, nope, you keep that thing out of my house. If I see anything like it, it's going in the garbage bin.
Yeah, pretty much. So then locked up with chains, and then it's gonna throw him into the fucking ocean.
It's like 3 different like languages written on top of its face with like a seal
2 of which are actually
created in
human.
China. This little box so that you can't open it.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the whole 9 yards just to make sure that no one comes back and says, "Hey, sir, you're missing this thing." It's like, how'd you find that?
Sir, please.
Sir, you forgot your doll. Turn it to you. No.
They walk away and get hit by a car.
Right? Curse.
Which blows my mind is all this merch is being pushed to kids for Star Wars, but it's the 40-year-olds that are dropping hundreds of dollars for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the same way with Marvel stuff too.
Yeah, I think I think that's a generational thing too, though, because like Xers grew up around like the best toys. We had like the best toys, so we like having physical, like tactile toys. And I think younger generation is more interested in electronics, so they're more interested in like the games that come out.
Yeah, that's true.
And guys like our age are like, oh, I'm gonna collect this one. This proves I'm a true Star Wars fan.
I mean, I almost nearly lost my mind at Comic-Con when I saw, I think it was Mattel came out with, like 1980s toys, and it was based around the movie Breaking.
Yes.
My brain just
I want breaking dolls. Fuck yes, I do. Turbo and Ozone? Holy shit, I want that. I wouldn't pay more than like $5 for that.
Exactly. It was like $30, but I was like,
I don't know.
My brain just went, what? This is a thing?
Yeah.
The competent portion of me was like, you don't need that. And I was like, you're right, brain. I paint stuff on my own.
I would much rather have a miniature. I would much rather have a miniature set that had Turbo, Ozone, Kelly, and what were the other? What was the other guys? The Fresh Crew. They were the rival dance crew.
Yeah.
The Fresh Crew. The Fresh Crew. They thought they were like so. Turbo and Ozone. They had that whole rivalry, and then they broke Kelly out, so they had a white girl with them, and like they got more popular, right? And then the Fresh Crew came out, and then they brought out that Latina girl. And then they're like, oh my god, the Fresh Crew has a girl too. It was like arms race. And then in Breaking 2, when they break out the nunchucks and they start break dance fighting underneath the underpass, like that was classic shit, man. Like I need that to happen. Comber.
Let me see if I could actually put that in the Discord. Because it was the funniest thing when I saw that, because my brain just like, hey, what is this?
Sounds like your next Rumble Slam team.
Literally,
Comber.
That would imply we play Rumble Slam, though.
Oh my god. I mean, it is pretty dope. I do love Breaking that much. I will just fully. I do love Breaking and The Last Dragon and like most of that shit. Look at the Breaking dolls. Oh my god. How come Turbo's so tall?
I don't know.
Is that supposed to be Ozone? No, that's Turbo. Why is he so tall? Turbo's smaller than Kelly and Ozone. That's it. I'm writing them a letter. They're not accurate to the actors.
At least they got one thing right. They put the broom as like an accessory.
Fuck yes, they did. Love that broom.
I think they had some Cobra Kai stuff while I was at Comic-Con.
Oh, I'm sure they do. People love Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, Stranger Things. These are all things that they probably had there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so funny how a lot of the merchandise is highly based around like how well an industry does. It's the reason why Harry Potter sells really well. It's the reason why Star Wars sells really well. Shoot, even Power Ranger stuff still sells pretty well.
All that stuff still sells well.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters stuff still sells well because there's just people that are just super fans of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, to see that the fandom's still striving really well. However, I will say this, my defense. Fans can be really draining.
Mm-hmm. Stranger Things' newest season fell really flat for me. I quit after season 1. Stranger Things did nothing for me. I was like, oh, so it's a like an okay story, but they just keep effing you in the face with the nostalgia. No thanks, man. No thanks. And because I was like, man, when I was in the 5th grade, I played D&D in the basement. We did all that stuff. But the problem I have is that if you really took what kids said to each other in 1985, you would be banned so hard for all of like the super, like in 1985, man, like every other word was homophobic by today's standards, or racist, or both. Like it was really in your face in that era.
Yeah.
But I still liked it. Like it was still like, yeah, they was racist, and they did like Chinese, Japanese, look at these, like, and pee-pee in your Coke and all that. Hilarious. It's all hilarious shit as far as I'm concerned. But like, I don't know, watching Stranger Things go more and more down the let's stop offending people. Well, let's do that. I'm like, nah, man. Like, just tell the story. Tell it what it was like, so that you could be like, oh man, we really have come that far.
Most.
Yeah, but everybody still sort of fetishizes the 80s. They keep telling people, I'm like, you guys aren't.
Okay.
You're not really getting nostalgic. You're just fetishizing it. Like, it was only super, super good. And there's a lot of reasons to love the 80s. They had the best toys, the best music, the best all kinds of shit, right? But you also have to, there was just some raw shit that would happen in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, part of the reason why everything was so damn good in the 80s that nobody seems to talk about was the fact that everybody in America, no matter what you were, what color you were, whatever, you were all sure that this was like your last week to live.
Pretty much.
Right? Everybody in the 80s is like, okay, well, nukes are going to come hit tomorrow. We better just bang this out right now. Come on, let's do this. Right? That's everything in the 80s was like that. I was like, oh, well, our shit's going to die anyway. Let's all have these like dope ass toys. Let's do this. So that's the problem I have with Stranger Things. It's like, oh, let's just do this, like, oh, let's make it super progressive, and let's make it inclusive, and let's do. I'm like, dude, 80s, man. 80s was so good, but from a totally like fatalistic standpoint. Prince, Let's Go Crazy, that basically outlines, or 1999, that was like 99 Red Balloons. Like, think about all the songs that were like, we're gonna fucking die anyway. And they were all like amazing songs, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was calling out their post-apocalyptic movies right, left, and center.
We had, in my school, we had nuclear war drills. We would, it was the most hilarious shit ever, right? Because they'd be like, oh yeah, get under your desk. I'm like, dude, if this is a nuke, what's your desk gonna do? If a nuke detonated, what is your desk gonna do, right? Best case scenario, your desk is made out of like 6 inches of solid steel, and you can escape while people are melting around you. Some of them turn into zombies, and you just break out, right?
What's so funny is that I actually watched like an old school safety video.
Oh yeah. Dude, that was real, man.
1970s, and I was just like, stuff would not have made it onto TV.
Yeah.
They would have like listed this as rated R material because of like the melting faces.
Oh yeah, the
and
day
all
after,
that
dude. The day after.
Jesus,
the
man.
day after was played on network television. Oh my god! I was in 5th or 6th grade when that shit came out, and we went to school the next day after the day after tomorrow came out, and like kids were either in one of two camps, right? You were either like, oh my god, you see that guy's face melt, you see the skeletons on the vents and all this shit, that was crazy, right? You were either in that crew or you were just straight up crying. Like there were kids at school. There were kids at school straight up crying, and and the teachers were like, "We can't teach today. We can't teach today. There's too many kids upset." And that's what happened. Yeah. In my school, they didn't teach the day. The day after that movie came out, they were like, "We're not teaching. We're just gonna. We're all just gonna sit in the classroom. We're gonna let kids talk about their feelings and all this other stuff." And I was like, "Hell yeah! I don't have to do nothing today." So I just like napped in that class. That was the best. God, I love the 80s. I was about
to say, it's like you had to sit down and talk about your feelings after watching that movie. It's like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, Hong Kong is going crazy, man. It's sad. That's sad shit going on over there, man.
Oh Lord.
It would be nice if somebody stuck up for Hong Kong. Bastards. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, man, that's the some of the main things people forget about the 80s is like everybody believed these were like the final days. So we tried to make everything as dope as humanly possible.
Buying and selling things as fast as possible.
And I was like, man, I better have a girlfriend before the 80s is over.
And then the 90s showed up, and then everyone's like talking about their feelings left, right, and center.
I had a girlfriend in 1985. I had a girlfriend. She was 2 years older than me. It was the best. I was a legend because my girlfriend had been through puberty. Like, she had the goods, right? That was crazy. Like the high school dudes are like, damn, I've had a girlfriend already. It's like, she your age? I'm like, no, she's a couple years older than me. They're like, damn.
They're player hating and all that.
Oh man, it was good times. That was good times.
Gosh. Yeah. Remember when 99 was about to end and like half of the people in the world were like, this is the last moments of our lives, and
the
I'm
Y2K.
sitting there like,
oh yeah,
I don't know what y'all thinking about, but it's just a bunch of numbers being switched over. Okay, whatever.
I was kind of hoping it was.
I was just of that mindset as a kid where it's just like, and I'll just be over here enjoying the new year with my family.
1999, I worked for a firm called Intertech, and Office Space came out that year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I worked for Intertech, and the movie was about Initech. It was glorious. New Year's at the turn. Shit, what did I do? 99. Damn. I was married to the horse face. That's right. Yeah. We didn't do shit. I don't think we really celebrated New Year's. I don't remember. I can't remember that far back. The only thing I remember about 99 was Office Space came out and I worked for Initech or Intertech. That's all you need to know.
That's all that matters.
It's so funny how I look back at some of the stuff nowadays and I'm like, why were we panicking over like numbers changing? It's numbers.
Well, all that software that was designed for 2 digits, I remember that. Like, even my work had that. They had, we had a like a Y2K thing because our like main software was all 2 digits, and we had to like do this crazy conversion over. But it wasn't bad. We just like it was just like an extra day off work. Not a big deal.
Realize that the computer's smart enough to go, oh.
I was in a bunker underneath the National Bank in Manila waiting to... Gee, what the hell is your life, Jose? What the hell is your life? I was in a bunker underneath the National Bank in Manila waiting to see if the entire Philippine financial system would go down. Who cares? If the entire Philippine financial system went down, they would just make shit up. The Filipinos would just point at each other, you're rich, you're not rich, you're rich. And we would just go by those rules.
And then they'd probably go find some weird sea creature that washed up on the beach and eat it.
And it would be like, let's just make sure we have enough Philip Morris cigarettes and some San Miguel, and we'll be happy.
Yeah. Some people were just thinking, oh, it's going to affect the Aztec calendars, and we're going to have Mayan and Aztec gods showing up. I was like, what's going on?
What the actual... Jeez. Holy crap.
Never forget the 2012 God says the world is ending.
Oh, that was the dopest. I remember that.
That was the funniest thing in the world. I was like... I think it was in college at the time when that was about to go down. I was like, well, if it's going to happen, guess what? I'm just going to go over to Mexico, become a luchador, and then come back.
The really funny thing is, after it didn't happen on the date, the original preacher said he predicted another date.
Oh.
And then he rolled back and said, no, yeah, the Bible says that you can't do it. You can't predict the end of the world, so you can't predict the end of the world. And then he died. Like 2 years later.
Sounds like a good story.
I love that. That 2012 thing actually fucked up a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
After 12 a.m. hit, me and my security detail went to the 20th story of the bank and started tossing fireworks off the roof. Jose, why do you need a security detail? Now, I get it, right?
Jesus.
Like, when we rolling in the Philippines, you got to have some security with you, because, you know, you're from the U.S., you have some... You smell like money over there to them, I get that. But it's
not
true.
like Teen Spirit, but like money.
It's true, but like what? What?
It's actually the 2012 thing was started because he used a bunch of dates and different numbers in the Bible, and he somehow used that to calculate the end of the world. And then the second prediction.
I thought 2012 was the Mayan calendar.
Well,
I thought it was because the Mayan calendar ran out, like it did not track dates past 2012.
Yeah.
That was one of the things, but there was a specific religious apocalypse that was supposed to happen then. It was supposed to be the rapture.
Well,
and
you're right. That's when they were like saying the rapture was also going to be happening. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, look up Internet Historian. He did a video on that, and it's actually really amazing to watch because just the way that Edward Camping, I think the first name was Edward, the way that Camping, the original preacher who was saying like it's going to be the rapture, the way that he came to the date for the 2012 rapture is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yes.
And absolutely beautiful.
I do really like Doomsday Prophecies. I do really like. I think they're super entertaining.
Just like
please add some punctuation to my story.
Just like the aftermath movies that people make.
I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna make a doomsday prediction because I want to see Jose and his security detail go to the bottom of a bank. It's very, very important to me.
Oh God, what are you doing?
I want to see that shit.
You're terrible.
That's amazing. They're like 4 Filipino dudes. It's just like 4 big Filipino dudes with not like swole, but like just big gutted Filipino dudes with like thick elbows and smoking cigarettes and actually trying not to smoke cigarettes because
that's true because you lose all the oxygen in the room.
Wouldn't the person correctly predicting the rapture be the Antichrist? I guess so, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Yes and no.
I used to think that hopefully I was the Antichrist. I used to think that because I'm like, it's right around the time, like 2012. It's like that's around I'm like right around the right age to be the Antichrist. The Antichrist is supposed to be from the East, and he's supposed to be like fix all this shit. And I'm like, man, how would be kind of dope.
Catholicism.
Oh Lord,
blatant in its racism. Because it's coming from the East.
It's true.
We don't know which country. It's just one of those Eastern countries.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the prophecy is that the Antichrist is supposed to be from the East. He's supposed to
be one of those
unite all the nations and fix money and fix hunger and all this other stuff. And then, I absolutely love the entire concept of the Antichrist. It's like my favorite. It's one of my favorite things. Like one of my favorite topics of all time. In fact, I actually had the first 4 chapters of a book written that's like a fictional account of the Antichrist because I just think he's just such a cool character, right? His whole in my opinion, his whole thing is he is convinced that God is a dick, and that
he kind of is,
and he's like, well, I'm just gonna fix the world my way. I'm just gonna fix it my way. Even though I know I'm like fated to lose, right? But I'm still gonna give the people around me the best life I possibly can before it all comes down, right? That was the entire premise of my book. This guy was like, he realizes he's the Antichrist. He's like, oh shit, I'm doing all this really, really good stuff for everybody around me, and then one of his friends points out like, hey dude, you're fulfilling the prophecy, right? And his friend turns against him because they both realize that he's the Antichrist, right? So his friend is tries to assassinate him. So his best friend tries to kill him, and then according to the Bible, the Antichrist is supposed to get wounded grievously in the head, and then he's supposed to get back up. And people will worship him when he gets back up. And that was the whole book I was working on. It was like just to get to that point where he gets up and then he realizes, okay, I'm the Antichrist. We're going to fight a war against God. And that's basically like the book, right? I would kill or die to have this book burned in public. Like that was my dream, was to write this book and then get it burned in public.
But to go back to what Richter said about the Antichrist, the Bible does specifically say that no mortal can know the day or the hour of the rapture, and most religious groups consider it a sin to try and predict it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Like, application for Antichrist: enjoys painting miniatures, likes saying whammon, plays with tiny toy figurines with complicated rules. Pretty much. I think those are all good qualifications, personally. I think.
Also forgot, also hates.
Also from the East.
Also from the East.
And also hates GW products.
Yeah.
I mean, what the Antichrist, like, if you believe he's the big evil, wouldn't he love GW products?
Well, yeah, that would be plot twist, right? Because, who is that? What was his name? I forget his name. Always used to accuse me for secretly being a shill for GW.
Oh, yeah!
But then I come out, like, for real, and I'm like, no, man, Warcry is a great game. We should all be playing it. Like, this is... 40k has the best tactics, you guys.
I want those Corvus Cabal Warcry minis because they have bird masks.
And then Mark has
That's my entire reasoning for wanting
Mark
that.
realizes I'm the Antichrist and he has to come down here and kill me.
Oh man.
That's never gonna happen. That's too much work.
He comes down here and he shoots me in the head with a nail gun, and I just get back up.
Yeah, this is Shaun of the Dead.
And you're like, oh, I should play GW games. Damn it. He was right.
Man.
Then about halfway through a GW game, I kill myself. Because death is a better alternative.
You know what, man? Nah.
Like, it's just, the entire concept, I think, is super cool. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm offending people's faith, but I'm not sorry, because I just think that character is so cool. The character is so damn cool. Like, his whole job is to be awesome, and then get people to worship him. And then God is like, no, and God fucks the whole planet. To make him join the good side, basically. Yeah, that whole thing is awesome to me. I don't know, I've always loved it, and I always get like, back when I would go to churches for some reason, I would always talk to people about how cool the Antichrist was, and they're like, you need to not be in our Bible study anymore, because you make good points.
Well, kind of famously, Evangelion has a lot of like themes of Christianity and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And that is just because the creator liked those things.
Yeah.
The nail will punch part of your brain that handles critical thinking and the ability to determine good games. Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna get up and be like, Age of Sigmar, guys, get on it.
Just gonna wake up in the middle of the night and get on Discord and say, get on Age of Sigmar!
Age of Sigmar.
Pay $2,000 for half of an army.
It is the best.
It's all about the corn, baby. It's all about the corn. It's like, what's going on? It's like, I think Octavius lost his shit now.
We don't have enough skulls. GW's right. There's no such thing as too many skulls.
Like, what's Octave talking about? I'm getting scared over here.
Somebody kill him now. Get the nail gun.
Put him out of our misery now.
Get the nail gun. Get him. There he goes.
God.
Kill the traitor.
Oh,
You
man.
mean Nurgle is your daddy?
And then I could walk into the room with all the 40k spurgs and just like wave my hand, silence, child. Silence, my children. Yeah, just silence, my children. Oh.
He is corn.
You are correct, my son. Grey Knights are not worth playing. Oh, he spoke to me.
God.
Should only play Ultramarines or Chaos Space Marines.
Everyone knows White Scars are going to be the most popular. Spend $900 on Forge World right now. Do it, my son. Run like the wind, and he has to run and like order White Scars.
Oh god! Imagining half of those spurs running is like.
Well, the one that dances is my favorite one. He does like a little dance. He's like, yeah, and you know what? Even if I roll twos, I get to re-roll them, and then he just like does this little switch thing. And me and Sean would be playing Guild Ball, and I'd like have to cover my face, and I'm just like laughing super hard.
Well, there's a time at CQ last week. Like, do you ever leave?
Yeah, that's usually the question.
It was pretty rough. That was pretty rough, man.
I just love that. Do you ever leave?
I just hate it when all of a sudden they just are in droves. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh man.
Yeah.
For one Sunday on GW products?
They're here to spur the shit out of your good times.
I hear my son, my 2-year-old upstairs. He's throwing shit around up there. He's still awake. You can tell. If I roll 2s, I get to re-roll them to 1s.
Try not to go to sleep.
Oh man, I'll go up there in a few minutes and see if I think going up there just riles him up, but I should go up there. See if I can put him to sleep. Little man. He heard us talking about GW. He knows. He knows.
He's got the sense.
He sensed the disturbance. He knew. Like, oh shit.
The disturbance in the force.
They're talking about GW. Damn it. Damn it, Daddy.
It's so funny that, like, nowadays, play GW, I just anymore. It's just too many models, and it takes so long, and I feel drained by the time that I'm done with one game. Help you, it's a tournament, and then it's like 2 more games after that, and my brain's just not working anymore.
When's the last time you played 40K, Sean?
Oh, college.
Okay.
I want to say probably 2000. I only started playing probably like 3 or 4 years prior.
Okay.
About 2006.
Yeah, so
that's
you
when I
hopped
started
in.
playing.
I think you hopped in during 4th edition.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Neutral.
I never played 40K, but I did play a little bit of fantasy.
Yeah. I played fantasy was not bad. The fantasy I played. My issue with fantasy was just how much you have to paint. Kind of drove me crazy.
There's a lot of painting, and then there's a lot of especially when it comes to cannonballs.
Yeah. Guessing ranges and that kind of stuff. I used to be actually really good at that part of the game. Like, I could guess ranges really well. But fantasy didn't, even that was like still pretty boring to me. It was like, you put all your pieces on the board and you know they're all gonna run straight into each other at some point. Like, oh, well, I'll flank with this unit. Okay, cool. But it's still, it just still feels really tactically limited. And 40K but the weird thing is 40K felt more tactically limited, even though you didn't have to like form up ranks and shit. It just did because everything eventually walks forward, shoots at each other, and then some hand to hand. And it just was super boring. But okay, well, I better go check on my boy. And it's how many times do you rotate a miniature without painting before it's done? I'm just bored. It's done. I'm just rolling it around so people have something to look at while we talk here. But yeah, that's it. That's a rail golem. It's brown. That's what it does.
It's golem.
Sorry, it's a metal.